Alright, so in today's video I'm going to be talking about how to auto Aurora with a speed clear team for the upcoming 2x event. I'm still sick as hell. I want to get out the Aurora and Termiton videos before the next 2x event for people that want to auto it. First, I will talk about my team. If I go to I'll go to Aurora. I'm using a classic. This is one of the original teams, the original subminute teams. Basically, just like a week after people were able to do Inferno Aurora. You want to have, obviously, Rosa, Chloros invested, and you want them to be able to do enough damage. This is one of the many variations that you can do. And by the way, for anyone that has Yelly, I'm pretty positive Yelly just completely replaces Chloros. I think Yelly has higher burst damage than Chloros. And in speed clears, you do want as much burst damage as possible. You want enough burst damage so that you can kill the boss within a minute. That's the whole point of speed clears. But because Chloros and Rosa has an insanely high burst ceiling as well, that's why they work together so well. But I will show you other fast clears as well. For some reason, the rankings just give you the people that are clearing it today, right? And I don't think I can watch the replay because there was just an update, a few minutes ago for the Lilium buffs. So for this team, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Viper and the Mia will be slower than Aurora. That's a lot of what the speed teams do. They just make the healer slower than Aurora so that Aurora can apply, not slower than Aurora, slower than the other minion, the left side minion, because he does attack after Aurora. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So you make them slow, and then you want to be able to do the debuff on Viper. I assume you also want to do the defense break on Yelly. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure this would be a dud. So he has 3 DPSs geared up pretty decently as well. His Rosa could be better because I guess he goes for that full attack Rosa because of Revelation. And as I said, Revelation has high burst, but over a long flight, Revelation is not the best. Let's talk about my team. My team has an 80 to 90% win rate. The highest that I get is a 10 out of 10 run, and the lowest I get is a 6 and 4. Let's go here. Let's go to this team. I have not changed this team in over a month, by the way. So I'll talk about the speed tuning. My units actually all move before the left side minion, just because I cannot be bothered to actually tune my team properly. And also I wanted to rely on actually giving my Ling Lo enough healing so that she can remove the debuffs without relying on the heal over time and the will prayer. Because right now, none of the debuffs are removed on Rosa and Chloros until they take a 10, and then the heal over time procs, for example, Chloros. Now the debuff is removed. Also, count does help with it a little bit. If the debuffs are not removed, then count can remove it eventually if you hit enough times. Also, another thing, yes, you do want Chloros to play fast before Rosa, especially if you have Rosa on Revelation. But in my case, as I said, this is not the most optimal team, but it does the job. It does get the job, and I just have pretty good counts, so that's what I use. Let's just go another run. I think as long as Viper just strips the immunity, that's all the requirements for the run to be successful. I can also give Dinah higher accuracy because her accuracy is pretty shit, but Dinah doesn't really need to apply anything besides the defense spray. I'll show you what I mean. Even if the guy strips the heal over time, well, he didn't. My run would still be successful. It has the team has a lot of fail safes, so that I'm not reliant on perfect RNG. So only defense break should still be enough even without the vulnerable. Horus is gonna get a turn, gonna attack, and then Linglo's gonna heal again. I'm actually just gonna end it after, just so that I don't want to waste too much stamina. I want all the stamina to actual 2x event. Horus is gonna attack. I think she should be dead here. No. Oh yeah, I forgot about the follow-up. Anything worthwhile? Not really. Let's go over the gear of the team, and I'll also go over some of the other teams as well that I showed you. For people that have Lily, Lily just makes all the speed clears just much easier. Even on Doki Doki, I'm sure you can figure out a Lily team on Termiton as well. So this is my Chloris. You want 70 crit rate because the Rosa buff. Even if you have Chloris move first, doesn't really need to crit on the first hit because he will follow up after Rosa moves. You want as much crit damage as possible, and if you have count, you want more crit damage than attack because count provides you a lot of attack. If you're using White Fang, then you can go for a little bit of attack and a little bit of crit damage. A balance of both depends on what you're using, but count, you just want to go full crit damage most of the time. Diana, just as fast as possible. Pretty shit effect accuracy. I can make this more consistent. Level 5 on this. You don't need level 5. Level 3 is enough. I just got level 5 because I was using her in one of the events where you play for 5 minutes and see how much damage you can do. So this helped there. This one for the speed, not needed either. So then you want Viper to be faster, obviously. With enough accuracy. Viper has enough accuracy because he has the type advantage, so 180 is enough. 200 is. I'm not sure what the ceiling is, honestly, on accuracy, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. BD spells, attack break, speed down for 2 turns. I think you can make Holden more consistent because Holden has a 100% chance and Holden hits twice. So if you can get 100% crit rate on Holden with decent accuracy and decent speed, he will be more consistently able to proc his debuffs and remove the immunity, and he will make Dinah do her debuffs easier because of the res down debuff. So if you have a build Holden, go for it. I'm assuming everyone has a Viper. This is my Rosa, exactly the required crit rate because with the crit rate buff and the boss advantage buff, she gets 30 plus 50 and she gets 45% crit rate. That adds up to exactly 100. A lot of crit damage, decent amount of. Rosa has disgustingly low attack for a DPS. Pretty sad, but yeah, she has high speed because I'm using her on Swift Raid. No specific reason, it's just the other count that had Fury momentum, and Swift Raid and Fury Edge, there is not really that much of a difference between them. And then my Ling Low is on Supernova, maximized healing, vibrancy, 15% cure, evil guard. And if I actually max out her S3, that's where she can actually get rid of the debuffs without relying on the units taking a turn for the heal over time and the will prayer. That's kind of my original plan, or I could just get 2 dupes of her. But I'm not sure if it's worth sacrificing 2 lattices, right? Is it 2? No, I think I need to get to level 4. 3 lattices to be able to just speed run Aurora a bit more consistently, even though I already do it quite consistently enough. So I'm not really sure if I want to do that. I will see during the 2 times event. So that's kind of the team. It's pretty straightforward. The speed tuning that I wanted to talk about is actually having all of your units. I'm not going to end this run. Move after the second guy so that he does not strip your heal over time and your will prayers. Okay, I failed. If you fail the immunity strip, it's just a failed run. I want to show you what I mean, because if Ling Low heals, she doesn't guarantee to apply the will prayer and the heal over time. So now, yeah, now my Rosa does not have any healing, so she's not going to get rid of the debuffs. If she hits enough, she will get rid of it with count, but because the boss has immunity, she's not going to apply her debuffs and she's not going to do the follow-up attacks, thus making her unable to heal at all. So that's what I mean by you either want to speed tune it or you want your Ling Low to have enough healing so that she can actually get rid of it without relying on the buffs on your other units taking their turn. Does this guy vibrancy? No, I don't think he has enough. I can tell because the thing about the debuff is you want to be able to heal 50% of the units max HP, because that's what the debuff is. If you heal 50% with one skill, because this one does 24% by default, and then you increase the cure, the supernova buff, the vibrancy, you add it all up and it will be like 40 something percent until you actually do max S3 or you get dupes of Ling Low. Either one works. But that's just been maxing. It will make my runs maybe from 80 to maybe 90% consistent. But then if your Viper fails, then what's the point? Let's look at some other teams. Yelly Rosa dieting. It's the same concept. Maya is just she just heals for more, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she heals for 24% of her max HP, so if you give her enough HP, she will actually just get rid of the debuff completely without relying on any buffs at all. That's what makes her good. And as I said, a hold and clear. Not a lot of crit rate actually, which is curious. But it works as well. I don't know why he's not using Viper. Not sure why. Rosa and Yeli, kind of the same concept. Yeli has more burst. They don't really work well together. Not as well as Chloros and Rosa. Chloros and Rosa just go hand in hand, and this is a solo Yeli. I've seen a lot of fast solo Yeli clears with Heinrich. The fastest is actually a solo dieting, but these are all manual runs. I want to just preface this for people that are confused. These are all manual runs until they fix Beyonce's AI to actually target the unit with the highest attack. If they do that, then Aurora is going to be one of the easiest dungeons in the game to speed clear, because this team is actually pretty fucking good. But you want her to have this upgraded, right? You will see all of the Beyonces have it. I was actually able to almost do it without having this on my Beyonce. I wanted to do it for the sub-minute clear before I did my speed team. Because people do it manually so that they can actually do the 10 runs for the 3-star clears, but you just want to ignore all the Beyonces. That's why the top clears are all kind of fake clears. No, this one is actually a real clear. This one is actually, I don't have Tsukiyomi, by the way. If I had her, I would probably be using her instead of, I would slot her on my team somehow. I'm just not sure how exactly. But Tsukiyomi is really good for the speed clears. Strip with Heinrich. Heinrich is a better stripper. A lot of accuracy, and then she's a buffer. She's also a debuffer. So I think this team is really good. This team might be more consistent than my team. I'm not really sure. A lot of healing on this one. Yeli dieting clears. With Beyonce, any team with Beyonce, you kind of just want to ignore because it's all manual clears. So only one actual auto clear amongst maybe 50 manual clear. So for Aurora, as I said, speed running Aurora, or like speed clearing Aurora, it just comes down to tuning your team with a lot of fail safes. You can do a 10 run with a speed team and you only get one clear, and it comes down to fine-tuning, because this team actually used to be very inconsistent. It used to be like less than 50% win rate, and then I just kept fine-tuning and fine-tuning. Last 2x event, which was over a month ago, I believe, I was able to auto Inferno, but my runs were pretty inconsistent because I had very bad momentum gear, because I never farmed Hell for Aurora in my life. I did it like maybe a 10 run once, and then I went straight into Inferno. So what I did is last 2 times event, I actually farmed Hell 4 for quite a bit, maybe like 100 runs. And then I got good momentum gear, and then I was immediately able to auto Inferno for like a 70-60% win rate, which was much better because I wanted the Swift Smites mainly. And then I, eventually Kolos Guard is actually good for the Bruiser teams. But I wasn't farming it for Bruiser, I was farming it for the Swift Smite for the speed and the momentum and the fury as well. Strive Bulwark and Bloodbath are all good. Strive is not that good. Well, it's not that versatile. It is good. I assume it's good. It's not that versatile, but it's also good. There's not a single bad set on Aurora. That's kind of the point. They're all in-game sets as well. So yeah, just farm Hell 4 until you get good DPS gear. I assume, by the way, before you want to speedrun Aurora, you kind of need to do Doki for the first 2x event to get good speed gears, so that you're able to tune your team properly, or you can just do the strat where your team is slow enough so that you move after the minion on the left, but then you want your DPSs to hit hard enough so that you kill Aurora before she kills you. You can go either way, but you will want good gear, good DPS gear, obviously. That's it for the video. I will do the Termiton video after this one because I do have a flight to catch today, actually. And yeah, see you in the next video.